Okay. All right, this is for lab 12, for electric circuits. And I'm gonna go through the lab. So pull up for lab 12, PheT electric lab. Click on the link. And then we're gonna be using the simulate, this file here. So you click on that link and then open the file, and then we're going to be doing the lab. So we're going to click on the lab, and I'll switch back and forth. So what we want to do, the first part, is build a circuit like this. So with 3 wires, a battery, and a lamp. So you get, where's the wire? Yep. Yep. Get a light bulb. That up. Hook that up that way. And then put in the battery. So again, when I get the battery, we're all set. And there you go. And you can make your estimation, but I would call this the intensity of the lines indicate how brightness. I would call this bright. Right? So I'd call this bright for this this circuit. All right. So that's the first part. Then next one, I want to add an ammeter. All right, I want to click on the ammeter. So I want to do that. I want to split okay, add an ammeter. Let's see how I want to do this. All right. And we put in the current. And we get 0.9 amps. All right. So if you look at this, the answer here is 0.9 amps for the current. Yeah, it's pretty bright. So to measure current, we have to put the ammeter in line with the circuit. So we have to break it and put it in. Unlike voltage, which we'll do later, we're going to do that. Next thing we're going to do is add the voltmeter, and you can move the voltmeter over here. And we'll put one, it doesn't matter where, we'll put this over to here. Well, let's just do it the way they're doing it. We'll put it across the lamp. And we get 9 volts. So we have a voltage, and the way we measure voltage is by putting it across the device. So we're measuring the voltage drop across this across this system. So that's the voltage, and that's 9 volts. Right, next we would do, so then we would use Ohm's law, which is in the lecture notes. Voltage is 9 volts. The current, the resistance then is the voltage divided by the current you have from the first part, and you can calculate what the resistance of that lamp is. All right. So that's the resistance for that bulb, for that lamp. All right, next we're going to do, we see we're going to put in 2 lamps in series. So, and we will drop off the voltmeter for now. Let's put this over here somewhere. All right, and we're going to put that there. We'll put another lamp light bulb in, like so, and we'll put a wire in between. And you can see so in this case we got 2. All right, what's the reason when we have 2 bulbs in series with the battery, the current is now 0.45 amps because we have the same voltage as 9 volt, but we have twice as much resistance. So the current is 0.45 amps. Then we're going to do, and then how does the brightness compare? We're now going to go put a 3rd bulb in. Put in that one. Put another wire in, and you can probably guess. Right, the current is now 0.3 amps. So when you have 3 in series, right, the same battery, but the resistance adds 1. This is 1 ohm, 2 ohms, 3 ohms. So the resistance would be 3 ohms divided, so it'd be 0.3 amps. And notice how the brightness of the bulbs are each much dimmer, because they have the same amount. You have 1 battery, it now has to power all 3 of these. All right, so that's the first part there. All right, so going back, that's the first page, which is on that. Now we're going to do parallel circuit. All right. Yep. All right, so what we're going to do now is 2 bulbs in parallel. So we'll get rid of this one. Let's just put that over there for now. And we're going to put the bulbs in parallel, which would mean that the ends are connected. So we're going to break that. And we'll put that over there. We'll put that one in there. And then we'll put, now we have, so we've got a circuit, and this goes, but these 2, the bulbs, the ends of these 2 bulbs are in parallel. So now the current is 1.8 amps. So we're driving, so each one gets the same amount of current, so it's 1.8 amps. So that's what happens when parallel. You actually are having more current go through. Then we're going to do 3 in parallel. You can sort of guess what that might do. So we'll put this one down here, get a wire, and get another wire. And now I got all 3 going. And the current. So each one has 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, so they add up to 2.7. So this is a parallel circuit. And so that's the current is 2.7 amps. All right, and you could guess what would be the current if we had a fourth bulb. So that's question 12, is what would be the current for a fourth bulb. All right, so we're answering the questions now. All right. So now we got some summarizing questions. All right. One bulb in series like we had from the very top part. We called that bright. So this part here, we call it bright. So now if we have, so here it is back below. If we have two in series, all right, then that's back to this combination here, which we already did. And then the last one is we had two in parallel. How does each one work? How does the brightness of each one compare to the first one? And that is just like the one we had here. So that is lab 12 as far as that. You can answer the questions for that. So that's lab 12. And good luck.